Now, so this was all about the operations. Now let's discuss some inbuilt functions in Python. So there are many inbuilt functions in Python. We have min, we have max. First, let's discuss min and max. Okay. Suppose we have this nums. Let's add more values to it, 53, 67, and let's make this as 79. Now we have this list. What if I want to find the minimum value from this list? So what I'll do is I'll write minimum and pass our list, and then let's run. So as you can see, 2 is the minimum value. There is no need to print anything. We're just using this min and we're passing the name of our list. Similarly, from this list, if I want to find max, so I'll just write max and then pass the name of the list inside it. So as you can see, we have got 79 as our maximum value. Now, what if I want to find the sum of all these elements? So I've used the same list. I'll use this function sum and pass nums. It is going to be a very big number, yeah. Okay. Now we've got 286, which is the sum of all. Let's use a simple list. Right? Now let's check the sum. So we have got 6 as our answer. So 3 plus 1, 4 and 5, 6. That means this is how we can find the sum of all the elements in a list. Now what if you have an unsorted? You can see this is an unsorted list. Okay, so what all operations did we study? We did max, min. Third was sum, and fourth is to sort. Is using sort, okay? So you have this list. You can see all the elements are unsorted. If you want to sort this list, what you'll do is you'll just write nums.sort. Sort is a function, and now run this. Oh, sorry. You have sorted, but you didn't print the list. So now we'll print our list. So as we can see, 2 is smallest, so it is come at the beginning, and 79 is the biggest one at the end. And similarly, all the elements in this list are sorted. So as we can see, we have performed so many operations on the list. So we can say that we can change our list according to our wish, right? We can change as many times as we want. We can add elements, we can remove elements, we can change the position of elements, everything. So we can say our list is mutable. That means it is changeable. Mutable means changeable. Okay, so this was list. Now coming on to the next topic, that is tuple. Tuple in Python. So tuple is same as list. Everything is same, right? Like we in list we have different elements. In tuple also we'll have different elements. But in tuple we cannot perform operations like addition or deletion, because tuple is like list was mutable. Tuple is unmutable. Okay, it is non-changeable. So we can say that list is mutable but tuple is not. So how do we write a tuple? Suppose we have this. Let's tup be the variable. So in list we used to use this bracket, square brackets. Here we'll use round brackets, and we can write any number we want inside this. So this is our tuple. Now if we print the type of tube, you'll get type as tuple. Yeah, you see tuple. Now if you want to add anything in this tuple, if you want to suppose add 50 to this tuple, you cannot do that, because tuple is not mutable or changeable, right? You cannot remove any element from this. Okay, so this was about the tuple, and yeah, So next what we are going to do is, let's take the same tuple. If you want to fetch a particular element from the tuple, you can do that, because you're not changing anything, you're just extracting values. So you have, suppose I ask you to print 33 from this tuple. 33 is at the first position. Now if I run this, you see we got 33 as our answer. Now if I ask you to print 5, so 5 is at our third position. So we've got 5 as our answer. Okay. So this is how you can extract values from a tuple. Now let's use this. Like here we used to use append. Here we used to use append in order to add values. Let's see if it works in tuple or not. You have this tuple. You use tup.append. Let's suppose you want to append 50 or 55. And now if you try to print your tuple, what you will get? You see, tuple object has no attribute append. It is not defined in tuple because you cannot change a tuple, right? So let's just delete this. Yeah. Although we cannot change a tuple, there are other operations that we can perform, right? Those operations in which we don't change a tuple, we just extract values from a tuple. So our next topic is operations in a tuple. Okay. So the first operation is count. So what does count do? Count counts the number of occurrence of a number. Let's understand this using an example. Suppose we have 1, we have 3, we have 4, we have 5, we have 2, and then we have again 1, then again 1, and again 1. Now if I ask you to find, you see here 1 is repeating 4 times, right? Now if I ask you to find how many times is 1 repeating, what you'll do is you'll write tup.count. What do you want to count? Occurrence of what? Occurrence of 1. Now if I run this, you see 1 is occurring 4 times. Now if I again add 2 to this and I copy this, and now if I write tup.count 2, you'll get 2 as your answer because there are 2 times. 2 occurs 2 times in this, right? 1 here and 1 here. So this is how you can count the occurrence of any number in the tuple. So this was our first operation. Second operation is index. So what does index do? Index gives the index of any number, right? Suppose we have this tuple. Let's take a tuple where the values are not repeating. Okay. So we have tuple. If you want to find, suppose, the index of 44. And now if you run this, you see index of 44 is 2. 0, 1, 2. Similarly, if you want to find the index of 5, now if you run this, you see you get index as 3 because 5 is at third index, right? So this is how you can find the index of any number in a tuple. Our third operation, there are only 2 operations because we have learned about the third operation here, that is extracting values in a tuple, right? I'll just write here. This we have already understood how to extract values. Also, you can use slicing operator. So, like here, what we used to do was we used to just pass the index. Same here we're going to do. What we'll do, we'll print tuple. Suppose we want to extract from 21 to 44. So 0. What is the index of 44? It's 2. So you'll write here plus 1 index, that is 3. And here you can see 21, 33 and 44 have been extracted. So these are all the operations in a tuple, and since we cannot change values in tuple, so the iterations are fast in tuple than list. Okay, so this is also important point. Let me write here as note. Since we cannot change values in tuple, so the iterations are fast in tuple than list. This question is sometimes asked in interviews, right? That which one of them is fast. So you can say that tuple is fast. Okay, so this was all about list and tuple. I would request you all to use these operations on various other numbers and try it by yourself so that it becomes super clear to you.